Let's see what they've got left. Two teams fighting out the grand final. Johnson's doing the rock work. Out of the centre comes Cockatoo. Short kick to Singh. Edge of 50. Poor kick in the end. Poor kick in the end. Didn't give Atkins a chance. And Easton cuts it off.
He tried to change his kick into his direction in midstream, and you can't do that. Not even James Singh.
They are big opportunities, those, John.
Yes.
Wobbles the kick out. Cockatoo was there with it. In goes Perry. Wants the ball. Feeney. He got there, but he lost it. Noel Long cruises away with it. Wheatra goes to Crummy Taylor. Unloads. Kelvin Ma. The boot came off and he's kicked it out of bounds.
Oh, you heard everyone then. Boy, what an opportunity that was.
Two chances gone in the opening minute of the final quarter.
And we're back to where we were at the end of the last quarter, Charlie. This is going to go right down to the wire. A fantastic display of football out here by both sides.
And Athanasiou in the hands of the trainer on the edge of the square. Districts are absolutely ferocious, but St Mary's, to their credit, taking everything that's thrown at them. They hold a 2-goal lead. And they'll be doing this for John Taylor. Smothering handball. Lost it to Ledgerwood. Feeney, if it sits for him, will get a chance. They caught him in the tackle. Kick around the body was Copeland. Easton, standing tall at fullback, takes the mark.
It's a long time since I've seen the Saints defence under this kind of pressure.
Well, Atkins, who was in the hands of the trainer, is still calling for the ball in the centre of the ground. They go in that direction, but Feeney has read it best. Then he runs, chips it into the pocket. Oh, he chipped poorly, and the boundary line is there to save St Mary's, and there'll be a throw-in.
They've had 3 or 4 golden opportunities inside the 3-minute mark to put goals on the board. They mustn't let this get away from them.
Ponter, hard at the ball. Oh, he's a courageous player, is Shane Ponter. He only wanted the ball and they grabbed him high, and he gets the free kick in the back pocket. One of the unsung heroes as well, John,
yeah,
is Shane Ponter.
Unquestionably so, yeah.
Johnson, nudged out of it. Hill goes over the top to Aaron Perry. Perry for Sini. Steve Liddell, this'll sit for him. Off goes Liddell, onto the left boot, high kick, all St Mary's. Athanasiou cuts it off at centre half back. Off goes Patrick Long. But it went to Devon Perry. And he went to Sini. And he goes on the one-on-one. Dennis Dunn. They chase it through. But Liddell works very hard in defence. It's tapped towards the boundary line, and they've done well. Southern District's in defence.
And now it's the Southern District's defence to be turned to be put under pressure here. The pressure that's been exerted out there at this time in a grand final is enormous.
25 metres around from the St Mary's goals. Sini with some space. He didn't sit for him. He was caught. Devon Perry wants to run through. Gave it to Ledgerwood. He did well to get his hands free. Set sail for goal, Ledgerwood. Back there was Liddell guarding the goals, and they concede a behind.
Well, they must take this away if they can, and then mustn't kick it, bomb it to anywhere. But there's no one's free for him.
Kevin Rundle on a jog. Shearing brings it out.
He's got to
tries to clear the wall. 3 St Mary's players, and Archie Harvey may find himself penalised 50 metres if he's not careful. As Ledgerwood gets up.
Here's the replay coming into this here. He kicked it to, there's 3 St Mary's players.
Tommy Wheatra, 50-metre line. Steve Liddell on the mark. Tommy Wheatree's a fair kick of the football. Looks pretty good, but he won't make the distance. They fumble, they stumble, and away come Districts to Robert Ryan. Gets the favourable bounce, kicks to the boundary line because he had nowhere else to go.
He had nowhere to go. That was a crucial kick. If he had blazed away like a couple of his defenders just did, that would have created a turnover.
John Taylor there on camera. His last game with St Mary's. What a tremendous coach he's been over the years.
Yes, he's got the record. It'll never be beaten up here, I don't think.
Johnson with the body work. Here they come. Bill Feeney. He could take a bounce. He doesn't. Kicks for Singh. Got front position of Rioli. Look at Rioli work the ball on the ground. Did very well. In goes Kelvin Maher. Smothering. McLennan lost it. Feeney in with another chance. Saints under pressure. Handball went to Long. McLennan on the run for Stanislaus. Look at Stanislaus. That is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent, Brian Stanislaus.
Yeah, it was pretty handy play back down the field too. Goodness. Here's the replay coming up. He was gone for all money there. He scooped that up at half a centimetre off the deck.
Well, he's made something out of absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he did.
He's a long way out from goals. But I'll tell you what, if Saints kick a goal from here, they can thank that man there. Brings it in, misses everything. Districts have possession. And away they go to Johnson. Inside 50.
He's just got nothing down here. He's got nothing to relay it onto.
No one moving up the corridor, so he kicks to the one-on-one. Over the back it goes. Saints get back there first. Handball to McLennan. McLennan goes round his body. Cockatoo will get the free kick.
Well, that's a well-forced error there by Districts too. I mean, they put the pressure on out there at the moment. The replay coming up here. Yep, not a problem.
Short to Johnson. He can run off. And he'll chip to Taylor. He left it, Taylor. He wanted the ball on the ground where he plays his best footy. And then he went around the corner.
Great vision.
Searches for Jarman. Jarman should move it quickly. Oh, he didn't know which player to go for, and in the end he gave it away. He was caught between two players. He took what he thought was the best option, John. Popped it in between two of them and lost it.
Yep, Kelvin Maher was the man that should have had that one, but he didn't, and it's a throw-in.
Breed. Perry. Caught from behind. They took it off him easily, Bruce Jarman. Look at the pace of him. Feeney, it'll sit for Feeney. They went round his legs, umpire. Cockatoo in space. Will it sit for him? No, it won't. He taps it on further. Atkins with a chance. Handball comes out. Feeney sits for it. Can't get down and get it. Now he gets a chance, Feeney. They tackle him. And held up play. And the pressure's on. It mounts at the 10-minute mark. Saints 11-8, Districts 9-6.
Don't let this time tick away, Districts. Whatever they have to do out there to create a scoring opportunity, something, little things, nothings must be turned into somethings here. A goal will lift these fellas.
Well, even the Crocodile. It's a shot for goal.
And there it is.
Well, I took my eye off the play, John. I watched the Crocodile lying on the ground down in front of me as Districts kicked the goal. It might have been that man there, Atkins. Let's have a look.
Here's a replay here. Something had to be turned into something here, and it was. There it goes. That's the lifter.
Robert Ryan.
Robert Ryan. Goals are hard to get at this point of the game.
There he is, the Crocodile. He's wrapped. Quite a handsome devil as well.
Now
almost 10 minutes gone, John. There we are, 10 minutes up now. and there's 8 points in it. St Mary's favoured by the bounce. Breed gets the kick away. St Mary's have the players in the middle. McLennan's one of them. Goes measuring to Vergona. Terrific defensive work by Districts as they get across to fight on a one-on-one. Kick back in field. Liddell hard at the ball. In goes Lidgerwood. Liddell working his heart out in defence. Dunn goes to Vergona. He props onto his right boot. Brings it around his body. Drifts towards goal. Hits the goalpost. And it's a behind.
Yes, this game is still very much alive here. Unfortunately for Districts, it's down the wrong end of the field for them. But one senses they're just not going to let this game go.
Well, they're in grabbing distance, John. 10-6 to 11-9.
They're tired, and somehow or other they must find something here to kick out to, and they have.
Johnson loping down into the forward pocket. And Shearing got him with the pass. Peter Johnson, 7 kicks. At the back was Perry. He played on. Stanislaus caught by 3 players. Now they come out of defence. Well, I have no idea where that kick was meant for, but I tell you what, it went straight, and I mean straight to Daniel Breed.
Yeah, that's 3 times in a row where they've played on out of that back line, and when they've looked up, they've had nowhere to go. Breed's got somewhere to go now, and that's Goldwoods with this kick.
Good mark, he read that pretty well. Shearing had to stand his ground.
There it is in replay there. Put himself in front.
And Wayne McLennan. Good player, Wayne McLennan. Runs in, this won't bother him. Bangs away at goal. And he makes Districts play the ultimate price. 12-9 to 10-6, 12 and a half minutes gone.
With the future of District's grand final campaign now, it comes to the fore at a time when these players out there, it's been a pressure cooker game. They're tired. They must find something out there now. And it must come from this centre bounce. They must answer that goal and get back in. Yeah, that's Stanislaus there, very groggy getting to his feet, but he's okay.
Well, he had that purple patch in the 3rd quarter, John, but otherwise we haven't seen the normal Brian Stanislaus.
No, we haven't.
Liddell in the middle for a bit of muscle. Breed's had a fantastic game. Wobbles this down. Stanislaus almost completed the mark. Rory Ryan left it behind. Then had to work very hard as it went to Patrick Long. He's surrounded by players. Terrific play by
Liddell.
By Districts. That was Liddell. Archie Harvey goes to 50. District player grabbed too high. Free kick played. Kelvin Marr.
Fantastic play, Steve Liddell, back there in the back line.
Well, you don't get much of a chance with kicks like that, I can tell you.
No.
High kick. Dennis Dunn at the back. Cockatoo with the run of the ball. Johnson has the free kick. Liddell was absolutely fantastic, wasn't he, back there?
Oh, he was. I mean, he just showed his teammates what it takes to win grand finals on that occasion.
Johnson with a 60-metre kick. Into the forward line. No mark paid. Off goes Rioli. Kicks to Aaron Perry. Boundary line is there. As Brad Copeland got there, and there'll be a throw in.
Well, I think it just held that mark. Anything could have happened there. I mean,
John Taylor there.
The pressure's on everyone at the moment, everywhere. There's still 10 minutes of this game to go.
Another St Mary's player down in the deep in the forward pocket, and looks like Noel Long. John Taylor may have sent the message out, get him off, because you don't want a player out there sitting on the ground, do you, John?
No, not at this point of the game, you don't. Yeah, the game can't go on till the stretcher clears the field. I mean, I hope Noel Long's all right, but this stretcher situation, it can be a real time-wasting ploy in some situations.
Well, they seem very concerned about his ankle. Handy little interchange there. That's Flesh Fader. And Ian Butt there with him, well-known St Mary's identity.
Yes. I mean, for mine, Noel Long still done enough to probably pick up the Cheney medal today.
Big game, hasn't it been, by their skipper, Noel Long?
Yeah, at the start, when things had to be done early, he was the man that moved them.
How handy is it to bring this man on, Flesh Fader?
Yeah, pace off, pace on.
He's kicked a couple of goals in the first quarter, but he's got lots of kicks around the ground. About 15 minutes gone. We're out on the far wing. 10-6 to 12-9. They need to kick 3 Southern Districts to win the grand final.
Yeah, they've got to kick 3. Saints to kick none. I can't see it happening, but I'm a wishful thinker.
Breed, who's been a tireless worker. Here they come through Cockatoo. Wheater at the back. Cyril Rioli cleans up and repels. Liddell gets a wonderful bounce, Steve Liddell, and he sends them into attack again. And Athanasiou cuts them off.
The defence standing tall at the moment, marking everything that's coming down there.
Well, it must be getting close to the end of a tremendous career for Michael Athanasiou. What a terrific player he has. He's been, John, 260 games of first-class football.
And it's hard to pick out the difference between his first and this one. He just keeps on keeping on.
Ball is up for grabs. Holding on to Bill Feeney, and he'll get the free kick.
This is where they're breaking down. There's just no options for them down here, and they're forced to kick it. Well, there's one now they've got out wide. It's out of bounds on the full.
It's Bill's kicking lets him down often, and maybe in the off-season he needs to do some work on that.
Yes.
Breed kicked it to Flesh Fader. Sini comes off, and Victor Dunn goes on for Saints. Well, you feel as though Districts had their chances in the first 5 minutes of this last quarter, and they just didn't convert when they should have.
Charlie, they had a lot of opportunities.
Johnson, he tried to kick it over the long arms of Dennis Dunn. Didn't work. Dennis Dunn fires the kick into the forward line. And at the back was Bruce Jarman. Big game, Bruce Jarman, as well today.
Yeah, he's done well. He's shown a lot of poise out there. And he's got nowhere here. He's
Rundle.
2 out at him.
They had to use the fist in the end.
Good stuff, Rundle. He's gone down with the cramp as well as a result of that passage of play. Gee, these guys will be tired out there. It'll be hard for me to see Districts getting these goals.
Breed, who's rucked so very, very well today. Flesh Fader caught. Cyril Rioli kicks to the boundary line.
And look at that clock. It seems to have sped up of late. We're probably down to about 6 or 7 minutes of play left here. And Saints are just doing enough to hang on. They're feeling it as well.
Well, they've got it where they want it. Stuck on the far side of the ground. Crummy Taylor gets them into the forward line. And Troy Easton, who's been a very good defender all day, sees that over.
Yes, he has. He's done well today. I mean, he's on a pretty handy player too.
They've kicked a goal apiece in 20 minutes of tough footy in the grand final. Time ticks down. Flesh Fader. Away goes Stanislaus to Patrick Long. Sold the dummy and then went back to Stanislaus. How very, very well they did that.
Yeah, at this stage of the match, you know, the replay coming up here of PJ Long just chipping that ball back to Stanislaus, who initiated the play further down the field. But one senses, along with everyone else here, that if Stanislaus kicks this,
Stanislaus from just on 50. Chance to sew up the grand final for Saints. Good defensive work. They thump it over Districts. And it's a behind. 12-10 to 10-6. We've gone past 20 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes left in it, John.
I'd say, Charlie. They've given it everything, but I think a few of these lost opportunities are starting to, rack up on them at the moment.
Stuck outside the 50. Devon Perry unloads to Wheatra. Stanislaus might get another chance. Not if Liddell has anything to do with it. Gets there with the fist. Patrick Long goes around the body. It's gone free. Victor Dunn chased it to the goal line. Just wouldn't sit for him. It ran into the goal post. And a behind goes up. 12-11 to 10-6.
And when the boys watch the replay tomorrow, they'll see the opportunities that have gone begging. For mine, they've done an absolutely fantastic job here today.
Cockatoo. Time will beat them. He has a bit of a cramp. Well, that's game to try and run on when you've got a bit of a cramp. Went to the centre, Collard. Wheatra's there if he wants him. He gets over the wall. Outside 50. Drifting down is Marr. He can chip over if he wants to. He didn't. He says he'll kick the goal himself.
He has to kick it. This is their last hurrah.
Kelvin Marr, time ticking down in the grand final. 12-11 to 10-6. He's got to kick it out to the right, John.
Yes, he has.
Where he starts
it's going to stay there too.
And a behind. They've certainly had their chances. The long-range goals have let them down.
Yeah, it has. But for mine, it's a lot of experience out there in the St. Mary's side. And that's so much credit must go to Districts for making them play in a fashion I haven't seen them play for a long time.
Ponta just wants to get it outside 50. Crummy Taylor cuts it off. And then wobbles the kick in. They lose it. Dennis Dunn. Why should he hurry, John?
He's got nothing to hurry for.
He's got all day in the world. Patrick Long on the far side of the ground. Flesh Fader on the run. Forward line for St. Mary's. Districts player tackled from behind. Stanislaus on the loose ball. This will be a goal. He misses. He doesn't miss at all. He kicks the goal.
The irrepressible Brian Stanislaus. He's just never out of the game. Just keeps on bobbing up. The replay coming in there. Good shepherd by Victor Dunn. And Stanislaus on his left foot. At this period of time in the grand final, that takes the pressure off his teammates. They know they're home.
Well, Districts gave it their best shot.
Oh, they did.
They really put in a wonderful effort. But Saints, they are a fantastic football team.
We could be seeing the emergence of a new dynasty in town here today.
From the centre of the ground, Johnson. Raking handball to Rory Ryan. Looks for Wheatra. He just couldn't complete the mark, big Gabby Wheatra.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably inside the last minute of this.
Breed got up very high. Collard stole it and gave the handball off.
It's a Districts kick, has to be.
Singh might get it.
He had it.
Lose it.
He might lose it, you're right. No, the shot stands.
Kelvin Marr. They still believe. And this to repay the Stanislaus goal. Bang goes Kelvin Marr and he's kicked it. Almost full time.
Yes, it'd have to be.
And they creep to 11-7 to 13-11.
Just a replay coming up at the kick here. I know the siren's going to sound shortly, which says Saints have won this grand final, but the effort put in by the district's players out there today has been nothing short of fantastic. They've done everything.
And here's James Singh-Nilly giving it away. Have a look at this. Well, ball up in the centre again as time ticks down in the grand final. Districts come away again. Off they go through Archie Harvey. Harvey high to the forward line. Ponter, terrific player he's been, Shane Ponter.
Yes, he's just got a headbutt and pops up 5 seconds later and takes a crucial mark for his side. Siren has to go.
And the curtain comes down for that man there, John Taylor. And for the 1995-96 season, St Mary's have won the grand final 13-11 to 11.